Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
one job.
Check. Good. Still got nothing here. You talking now? Start talking now.
Check 1, check 2.
%. It's always that. Well, that's okay.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, folks. We are here live in Wainwright, and I'll start from the top. We are here for the Rustlers home opener in the 25-26 ECSHL Senior Hockey League season. They're hosting the Delburne Outlaws. It's Delburne's first game of the season. The Rustlers come into this one 0-1 after losing last weekend on the road. We've got a scoreless hockey game 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the first period. As the puck ends up deep in Delburne territory. They work it around the wall, but good pressure there from Fletcher. Knocks it loose, but Delburne picks up the puck coming down the left wing. They wind and fire, and Eisman makes the save. Delburne gets the puck back. A long shot from the point is knocked down by Cole Horn. Horn picks up the loose puck, tries to feed it to Hamilton, but it got deflected before he could pick it up. And the Rustlers swat that loose puck away. Ends up deep in Outlaw territory. Delburne working their way through the neutral zone. They get it across the blue line, but that's going to be offside. The whistle blows. We'll get a face-off coming on up. Rustlers win the face-off. And James picks it up, fires it down the ice. Rustlers killing a 2-minute interference penalty as we speak. 45 seconds to go in that one. Miller picks it up at center ice. Outweights a couple defenders, feeds the puck forward, and the Rustlers have a shorthanded chance here. That shot fired low. Brett Leggett. His shot is saved, and the Rustlers now work it shorthanded around the offensive zone. Connor James doing magical things with the puck. It gets knocked loose, but he picks the pocket of the defender and gets the puck back. Down to 15 seconds to go in this penalty. The Outlaws finally clear the zone. Best they could do is chip it forward in the neutral zone. Rustlers get it right back. And now we've got a penalty upcoming. It's going to be against the Rustlers. As the Outlaws shovel the puck into Wainwright territory, and now we're going to get a high sticking penalty against Wainwright. It's going to be Brett Leggett heading to the box, and the Rustlers, who just killed off a 2-minute minor for interference, will have another penalty kill in their hands. Delburne wins the faceoff, working into the near corner, but the Rustlers get it back quickly. Carson James picks it up, skates it through the neutral zone himself before feeding it over to Pfister on the left wing. Pfister slams in the brakes, but gets his pocket picked, and Delburne comes the other way. They carried across the blue line, fire a high shot. Eisman got that with the blocker, popped it up in the air, and snagged it with his glove hand and holds on for the whistle. Calvin Hamilton in for the draw now. We got some whacking and slashing going on in the faceoff circle, and Delburne wins the draw. They work it down into the corner. And a battle for it in behind the net. Rustlers try to poke it up the wall. Can't get it out of the zone, but finally they do. Ryder Tipler plays it off the glass and all the way down the ice. Rustlers pick off a pass in the neutral zone, putting a stop to that rush, but the Outlaws get the puck right back. Try a drop pass to the point, but nothing doing there, and Creasy's able to clear the zone, and penalty kill unit gets off the ice, gets some fresh legs out there with 52 seconds remaining in the penalty. Great defensive play there by Connor James. Stepping up and laying the body on the puck carrier and knocking the puck loose. The Rustlers clear it once again. Rustlers pick off the puck in the neutral zone again. Played in behind the Delburne net. 20 seconds remaining in the high sticking penalty. And now the Outlaws through the neutral zone, cross the blue line, cutting back to the middle of the ice. The puck squirts loose. The Rustlers can't get a hold of it. The Outlaws now a hard shot from the top of the circle. A second opportunity there, but it's fanned on. Pfister clears puck all the way down the ice, but Leggett had already come out of the box, but he beats out the icing call. He gets there first, avoids the icing, and now the Rustlers have to slow things down and get onside. Carson James with a hell of an effort, charging towards the net, trying to find a loose puck, and he draws a penalty. The Rustlers will get their first power play of the game upcoming, but they control the puck in the offensive zone right now. Horn with it at the point, tries to chip it in deep. Fletcher picks it up. He fans in the pass, but the Rustlers get it back to Horn. He winds and fires a redirect from Fletcher at the side of the net, and they score! It's Carson James opening the scoring in the Rustlers' home opener. 8 minutes into the first period. It's 1-0 for the Rustlers. And now Creasy in the offensive zone fires a quick shot, but that one's swallowed up and held onto for a face-off.
Oh, on. Oh, oh, one. James, from lucky one. Well, oh, one.
Delburne wins the draw here. Quickly gets it across their own blue line. Gets it to center ice and chips it down in behind the Rustler net. Eisman comes out to play it around the boards. Creasy's there waiting for it. It's chipped forward. Comerford picks it up. Tries to feed it across Zane Jaber, but he gets muscled off his path to the puck. And now in the near corner, in behind the Delburne net, the Outlaws try to find a way out of their own zone. They do, but they can't do a whole lot with it. The Rustlers pick it up at their own blue line. And now it's Connor James skating it across center ice, across the blue line, steps around defender, but gets upended. And there's another penalty coming towards Delburne. Rustlers with a chance in front, though. A couple whacks at it, and the whistle blows. Looks like that's going to be a tripping call. And Connor James draws the penalty, and the Rustlers will go on their first power play of the evening. And Pfister gets thrown out of the face-off by the linesman on the other side of the ice. And the Outlaws win the face-off and send it all the way down behind Eisman's net. Miller's there to pick it up, and the Rustlers look to get something going on the power play here. James feeds it forward to his brother, Carson. He has chance in front, and he loses control of the puck at the top of the crease. The Outlaw is able to clear it all the way down the ice. Now the Rustlers chip it in deep. In behind the net. Connor James picks it up at the point, tries to feed it across to Miller, but it gets deflected out into the neutral zone. Miller hustles back. Feeds it across to James. Now Blake Fletcher fires a shot just wide. James at the point. Miller's waiting for it across the way. He gets it, but on his backhand, he's got to settle it down, and his shot goes off the side of the net. Sorry, that's Comerford on the far side of the ice. Now Miller, now James at the point, feeds it to Comerford. The one-timer, hard shot down low, and it's swallowed up for a faceoff.
I am very much watching.
Now James at the half wall feeds it across to Pfister, and a great chance there for Dicker at the side of the net, wide open cage, but his shot goes over the net, and Delburne able to clear the zone. Now Dicker chips it across the blue line, picks it up himself, plays it into the corner. Carson James down there. He's got Pfister in front of the net. Delburne penalty is over. Now chance in tight. Dicker rings one off the crossbar. He just can't buy one here in this first period. Carson James trying to kill a little time as the rest of his power play unit goes for a line change. Now he'll make his way to the bench as well. 8.5 minutes to go in this opening period. The Rustlers leading 1-0. And Delburne picks up a loose puck just inside the Rustler blue line, but Good play on the body from Brett Leggett. Shuts down that opportunity for the Outlaws. And now Leggett picks up the loose puck, tries to fly down the right wing, but can't keep control of it. Now Delburne across the blue line. Nothing doing there. Rustlers try to pick up the loose puck. Bunch of whiffs on it, and then Delburne picks it up, fires a shot high and wide of the net. The Outlaws now carried into the zone. Into the corner. But the Rustlers converge, but they get the pass off anyway, and the shot goes just wide of the net off a Rustler stick. Now a shot from the points is deflected. That one goes wide of the net as well. Comerford's there to pick up the loose puck. Tries to flip it down the ice, but it gets knocked down and a chance in tight when the shot goes wide. The Outlaws with another chance deep in the slot. And again, they can't hit the net. Rustlers giving up a lot of pressure here. The Outlaws can't capitalize yet. Wainwright finally does clear the zone. Creasy's going to try and chase it down, but he's not going to get there in time. But he does force a turnover. Kelvin Hamilton picks it up just inside the blue line, steps into the slot, looking for his second of the night, but he gets his pocket picked. Berg down the left wing fires a high shot, but that one is snagged out of the air by Tanner Shallon. And we'll get a face-off in Outlaws territory. 6:47 to go in this first period. Delburne wins the draw, but they turn it over, and now Mullet in tight. Feeds it over to Hamilton. He gets his second of the night. Calvin Hamilton makes it 2-0 for the Rustlers with just about 6.5 minutes to go here in the opening frame. I apologize. Calvin Hamilton's first of the night. Carson James scored the opening goal, and the Rustlers with a 2-0 lead here on home ice in their home opener. We'll get a whistle here as that puck hit a player on the Delburne bench. The draw coming just outside the Outlaws blue line.
Number 17, number 2, assistant for 7, Tom Mullet, on the goal, 6:37. Hamilton from Mullet at 6:37.
Now Woodward down the left wing. Steps in, fires a shot, a pass across, and Miller fires one home and makes it 3-0 Rustlers. As they are piling it on here in the last few minutes. It's 3-0 Wainwright.
For third goal, 1161, Miller, 7-7, Woodward, 15, Craig Fletcher, that goal, 6 all. Miller from Woodward and Fletcher, 6-0.
Now loose puck right at center ice. The Rustlers able to chip it forward. Victor picks it up. Just manages to stay on side, but he can't control the bouncing puck. And Delburne with a chance here. They come in tight, but Pfister steals that puck away. He's going to carry it through the neutral zone himself, cross the blue line, right down the middle of the ice. He drops it for Dicker. Dicker tucks one home, and it's 4-0 Rustlers. Delburne wins the face-off, but just chips it forward in the Rustlers zone, and now Wainwright with control.
44, Dr.
Comerford trying to chase it down. He gets a hold of it, but it dribbles off his stick. Now battle in the corner. Rustlers come away with it. Berg from the point fires the shot down low. 5 minutes to go in the first period. And now Fletcher from the point. He winds and fires that wrist shot low, but it's blocked. And the Outlaws clear the zone out to center ice. Berg chips it forward. And Jaber with a good defensive stick knocks that pass loose, and the Outlaws have to regroup. Good defensive stick there from Fletcher. Jaber chipped it forward to him, but he can't hold on to that bouncing puck. And now the Outlaws come the other way across the blue line, but they can't manage to hold on to it. Rustlers get it back. Now Hamilton carries across the blue line. Bouncing puck. He gets a hold of it. He gets hauled down. A loose puck in front of the net. The Outlaws get a hold of it. Haven't cleared the zone quite yet. And now they do. Right in front of the penalty box here in front of us. Connor James steals it away. Carries it across the blue line. He's got Hamilton with him. James steps in, fires up high with the save made. Rustlers get it back. Only momentarily, though. The Outlaws swing it around the boards, but can't clear the zone. Miller from the point now fires a shot that's redirected in front of the net, but the save is made. Can't hold on for the face-off. And we got a battle in the corner. Delburne comes away with it. They play it cross ice through the neutral zone, now across the blue line. They shovel it forward into the corner. James is there to pick it up. Miller plays it up the boards, but that hit the linesman. The Rustlers, quick rush, goes by the wayside. And then James laying another big hit, his second of the night already here in the first period. And the Rustlers get it back. Miller gains the red line, sends it in behind the Outlaws net. They chip it off the glass and out into the neutral zone. And now we got a puck up into the crowd just to our left here. It's knocked out of harm's way. No harm, no foul. Our lovely camera person's father was in the way of that puck, but his cat-like reflexes kept him out of trouble. And now a chance for the Rustlers as Carson James fires one right into the breadbasket, and we'll get a face-off upcoming. 2:37 left in this first period. Now Horn from the point fires a long shot wide of the net, bangs off the end boards, and Dicker's there to pick it up. The Outlaws seal it away, play it up the wall, out of the zone, but not deep enough for icing. Rustlers gain the red line, flip it up in the air down the ice. Now Woodward carries across the blue line, but it gets swatted off his stick. The Outlaws come the other way, flip it down the ice, right on goal, and Eisman's going to hold on to that one and keep the puck out of harm's way. Minute 41 left in the first period. The Rustlers leading 4-0, and we'll have a face-off in Wainwright territory. Bit of a muddled draw. The Outlaws come away with it, but their centering pass is picked off by Berg. And the captain fires a hard pass to Creasy down the left wing. He crosses the blue line, muscling off the defender. Puck is loose in their feet, and the Outlaws come away with it. Played to center ice, but Berg is there waiting for it. He'll play it into the far corner. Delburne can't clear the zone. Now Hamilton vying for the puck in front, but it gets knocked off his stick. He's got another chance at it. Chips it forward to himself in the corner. Plays the centering pass to Creasy. Creasy fires just over the net. Goes off the dasher boards way up in the air and lands on Fletcher's stick. Now back to the point. It's Miller. He winds and fires. And it's deflected wide of the net. Creasy behind the net once again with 40 seconds to go. Feeds it up to Miller at the half wall. His shot's deflected off his stick and up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off with 35 seconds left in the opening frame. The Outlaws cross-ice pass is deflected by James. He picks up the loose puck, feeds it forward to Pfister, but it was rolling on him and he couldn't corral it. James gets it back though. Gets it across the blue line, feeds it over to his brother Carson. The Outlaws chip it away. 10 seconds to go in the first period. Delburne with a chance and a awkward save from Eisenman, but he's able to keep it out. And a battle in behind the net as time ticks down, and that's going to do it for the end of the first period.
Starting goal number 3, Dylan. Wow.
The Rustlers leading 4-0 as James gets the scoring started. Hamilton, Miller, and Dicker cash in to make it 4-0 after 20 minutes. And the Rustlers are going to take a break. I'm going to watch the end of the Jays game, and we'll see you back here in a bit for the start of the second period. Welcome back for the start of the second period. It's 4-0 Rustlers after the first 20 minutes that they played on home ice this season. And quick offside call against Delburne here a few seconds into the second period. Now the near corner in Rustlers territory, a battle for the puck. Hamilton's in there. He picks it up and swings it around the wall. Can't clear the zone. And the Outlaws in behind the net. Shot from the side of the goal, but didn't get much on that one. The Rustlers able to clear the zone. Now Delburne with a stretch pass. Merritt comes in, gets his pocket picked, though. And the Rustlers come the other way. It's Connor James down the left wing. He crosses the blue line. Got a couple teammates with him. Tries to drop pass, but it goes off a skate. The Rustlers get it back, though. It's Fletcher at the blue line, spins and fires it in deep. Carson James fighting for it. Gets it to the front of the net, looking for Dicker, but it just bounced over his stick. He chases it in behind the net. Pins it against the wall. Now feeds it over to James. Up to the point to Berg. Back to James. His cross-ice pass gets knocked down from the Delburne stick. And they just send it into Rustler territory. Josh Berg there to pick it up. He goes cross-ice to Carson James. Just out of his reach, but he's able to knock down a puck. It's knocked up in the air and gets a shot on goal now. A couple whacks at it right in the crease. The Rustlers can't put one home. Now Dicker in front tries to feed it over to James, but he had moved out of his position at the last second, and the Outlaws pick up the loose puck. They play it off the boards in the air and down the ice to the Rustler blue line. Now Woodward picks it up, chips it off the boards to himself, comes in, pass right in front at the top of the crease. Comerford can't bang it home. Now a long shot from the point from Tipler is swallowed up and held on to for a face-off. Now the Rustlers pick off a clearing attempt just outside the Delburne blue line. Can't do much with it, but they get it back again near their own blue line. Played off the glass and down the ice. And that is going to be far enough for icing, and we get a whistle. Outlaws win the face-off. Send it in behind the net. It rings all the way around the boards. They've got it down in front of the Zamboni doors there and chip it in deep behind the net. That centering pass picked off by the Rustlers, but they can't clear it. Now a chance from the point. And that shot's deflected just wide off the stick of Tipler. Tipler with it now. Skates in behind his own net. Gets knocked off his stick. And the Outlaws apply some pressure. But now Horn picks it up, ships it forward to Comerford. And his pass towards Woodward was well out of his reach, and it goes all the way down the ice for an icing call. And the Rustlers win the face-off in their own end. Quickly move it up ice. It's Comerford with the puck on a stick. He crosses the blue line. Can't make the move around the defender. And the Outlaws clear the zone, but don't get far. It's Connor James plays off the wall to himself, but can't get to the puck in time. And the Outlaws turn the other way. Miller with a huge hit just outside the Rustler blue line. And a good defensive stick there from Chase Fletcher. Knocks the puck loose. And Delburne trying to regroup in their own end. Rustlers applying pressure on the forecheck. Delburne can't clear the zone. They get it back. They have another chance now. And they do just that. It's Ringdahl down the left wing. He fans on the shot. Gets it back behind the net. His centering pass looking for Ronson, but it was out of his reach. Hardy sends it in deep, and Eisman leaves it there for his defenseman. Now James sends it forward for Hamilton. Hamilton with speed, cuts to the middle of the ice, fires a shot, but it goes high and wide of the net, rings around the boards and down the ice when Berg will chase it in behind his own net. Tries to leave it for Fletcher, and Eisman had to make a great play with his stick to break up the pass. And the Rustlers quickly the other way. Fletcher drops it to the other Fletcher. He fires a hard shot up high, but the save is made. And we'll get a face-off. Just a little under 15 minutes to go in this second period. No score yet in the second period. It's a 4-0 Rustler lead. Delburne trying to sort things out. They got 6 men on the ice right now. And it's the Rustlers with possession off the faceoff. Dicker's shot gets blocked and sent wide of the net. Pfister picks up the rebound, feeds it over to Dicker, but it bounces off his stick. Berg with a tender pass to center ice. Hits Pfister, who sends it in behind the net. Rustlers can't get there in time. Delburne quickly comes the other way. It's Poirier trying to chase it down, but can't get there in time. And the Rustlers regroup in their own end. Berg feeds it across to Dicker. He drops it for Pfister. Crosses blue line, back over to Dicker. And his shot steered aside. The Rustlers pick up the rebound, only momentarily though. And they're going to go to the penalty box now as Carson James is going to get booked for 2 minutes for slashing. And the Rustlers back on the penalty kill for the third time tonight. And the Outlaws look to get some offense going here for the first time tonight. The Outlaws win the first faceoff of their power play opportunity here. Try to work it back up to the point, but Hamilton gets a hold of it. Can't clear the zone though, but he's going to now. And Mullet tried to shovel that one forward and hit Mullet for a shorthanded breakaway. Or sorry, hit Hamilton for a shorthanded breakaway, but the Outlaws pick it up, put a shot on goal, and Eisman holds on for the faceoff. A minute 40 remaining on the Rustlers' penalty kill, and they clear the puck all the way down the ice. The Outlaws gain the zone. But a good defensive play by Fletcher. And now Eisman gets upended, and a wraparound goes in, but they're calling it no goal. Looked like Eisman had gotten upended by a Delburne player. And they're going to call a no goal for goalie interference, I presume. Outlaws win the draw. Try to work it across the point. That pass is well off the mark, and they have to regroup at their own blue line. Now quickly working it up ice. They cross the blue line. But a good hustle from the Rustlers, and now Fletcher picks it up. He's flying down the ice. Little backhand on net as the pressure was coming quickly. Save was made and kicked into the corner, and now Fletcher battling for it in behind the net. They'll head to the bench. Get some fresh legs out there for the Rustler penalty kill. And now Merrick settles in just inside the blue line. Feeds it down to Hardy. Hardy skates it in behind the net, looking for an outlet. Tries to feed it up to the point. And they do hold on to it. Rustlers, lots of pressure on the penalty kill here, though. And they're able to clear the zone. Now the Rustlers force a turnover. Fletcher picks it up, crosses blue line, loses the handle, gets it back. Chips it over to the wall, killing some time off this Carson James penalty. And the Rustlers dump it in once again. 15 seconds to go. Carson James standing ready to come back out on the ice. Hardy shovels it forward, but that puck's going to roll right into Eisenman's crease, and he's going to hold on to it for a face-off. 3 seconds until James is back on the ice. Delburne wins the face-off, and a quick shot goes just wide of the net. Now another opportunity is steered wide and ends up back at the point. James back on the ice. We're back to full strength. Delburne with a couple chances, and Eisman with probably his best save of the night to this point, swallows that one up and holds on for another face-off. 11:44 to go in this second period. The Rustlers still leading 4-0. Up 21-16 on the shot clock. Delburne wins the faceoff, fires a quick shot, and a blocker save made by Eisman. Another shot from the point, looking for a redirect, but it goes wide. Hardy plays it in deep. And the Rustlers pick it up. It's Woodward with the puck. Tries to feed it across to Miller, but it ends up going off the bucket of Creasy, lands on a stick and a chance in front, but he can't tap it home. Now James with the double spinorama, the triple spinorama, looking for an outlet. He finds one in Creasy. He crosses the blue line, but just a smidge offside. Questionable offside, but we're going to get a face-off outside the Delburne blue line. Now Delburne in behind the Rustler net, trying to make something happen. They work it into the corner. The Rustlers steal it away, flip it down the ice. Ends up on Fletcher's stick, trying to find Leggett at the back post, but the pass doesn't get through. Fletcher chips it in deep. And the Outlaws trying to find a way out of their zone. They play it off the boards, but it takes a funny bounce. They're able to maintain possession, but the stretch pass goes all the way down the ice. Speedy forecheck was beating up the icing, so Eisman played it around the boards. Rustlers now trying to get it out of the zone. Having trouble doing so for the moment. Now chance in tight, and that shot goes off a stick and up into the netting. And we get a whistle as we are just a few ticks past the halfway mark of this second period. Now a battle just inside the Rustlers' blue line. They can't clear the zone. Delburne rings around the boards behind the net. Mullet chases it down, able to chip it in the neutral zone, and now a chance here. Rustlers in tight. A shot from Fletcher goes up and over the net. Hamilton chips it into the corner. And a puck bouncing around, flying around, and Hamilton hits the side of the goal with a wide open cage. Can't put it home to extend the lead. Still lots of pressure from the Rustlers. Fletcher's in there, Mullet's in there, and they're going to keep it in the zone. It's Miller picking it up just inside the blue line. His shot didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it. It's kicked aside. And the Outlaws pick it up. And they'll skate it out to center ice. Flip it down right on goal. Eisman will leave it there for Connor James. Now Dicker tries to pick up a loose puck. He gets swatted off his stick. Delburne comes the other way. But they can't do much with it. But the Rustlers can't clear the zone, not yet at least, but now we're going to get a whistle. It's going to be a charging penalty, it looks like. And Carson James is going to head to the box once again. So the Rustlers back to the penalty kill once again. It's the fourth power play opportunity for the Outlaws tonight. They haven't cashed in yet. Off the face-off, the puck dribbles onto goal, and Eisman holds on to it. We'll get another face-off from the same location. Special shout out to my lovely wife, Sarah, watching the game tonight. She just sent me a Snapchat. I appreciate her support, and I know the Rustlers do too. And thank you to everybody watching. We've also got the parents of Rustlers goaltender Thomas Eisman watching from Mexico tonight. So enjoy your vacation, and thanks for joining us. And always, we're supporting the Rustlers as you always do. Delburne going back and forth through the neutral zone, finally across the blue line. They fire a shot right on goal, and it's snagged out of midair by the aforementioned Thomas Eisman, and he holds on for a faceoff. A minute 22 remaining in the Rustlers' penalty kill. Rustlers win the faceoff and fire it down the ice right on goal. Fletcher applying pressure on the forecheck, but Delburne escapes the pressure, skates it into the offensive zone. Can't get a shot off, though. And Tippler rings around the boards, and Hamilton might have a chance here. Coming down the left wing, he's got one man to beat, fires a shot off the shoulder of the Tendy, and Delburne picks up the rebound. Rustlers with a couple good defensive sticks there between Tippler and Horn. Breaks up that scoring opportunity and clears the zone. Now Woodward chases down the clearing attempt, flips it towards the corner, but it's a little too high and into the netting, and we'll get a face-off. Looks like it might have gone off at Delburne's stick, as we're going to get an offensive zone face-off for the Rustlers on the penalty kill, which has 26 seconds remaining. 6:50 left in this second period. Rustlers win the draw, but it gets swatted away. They got to chase it down in their own end, and Miller gets there first. He slams to the break, and the puck comes loose in front of the net. Eisman with a fantastic scrawling effort to poke that puck loose and give his teammates a chance to clear the zone, which they do. James is back on the ice, and we're back to full strength. And now the Rustlers might have a quick opportunity here. Pfister picks up a loose puck along the half wall, feeds it to Miller at the point. Back to Pfister at the faceoff dot. He fires a shot. Looks like it might have got blocked by his own teammate. James picks up the loose puck and gets it to the point to his brother Connor. Connor tries to feed it to Dicker at the back post. Pass gets picked off. Miller just able to keep the puck in the zone, but his pass is intercepted and Delburne comes the other way. And they are a mile offside and the whistle blows. We'll get a face-off upcoming. Now the Rustlers pick up a loose puck. It's Mullet crossing the blue line. He comes in, looks for the pass across to Fletcher, but he fans on the one-timer, can't get a shot off. Fletcher gets it back, and his shot is over the net. Bangs off the glass and onto a Delburne stick. Now battle along the boards. Fletcher comes away with it and gets it to Berg. Berg's saucer passes over the stick of Hamilton and goes for icing. Rustlers win the draw, and they chip it out into the neutral zone. Good pressure from Hamilton forces a turnover. The Rustlers can't do much with it. Delburne gets it back. It's Ringdahl with it now. Feeds it to Armstrong. He gains the red line and plays it into the near corner. Now Horn skates it through the neutral zone. Sends it in deep. Comerford, good physical play in behind the net as Delburne clears the zone. Tippler fans on the pass. It's picked off by Delburne, but they were offside. And now the Rustlers get it back. Creasy coming in. He winds and fires and he scores. Jeremy Creasy makes it 5-0 for the Rustlers with 4 minutes to go in the second period. Rustlers win the ensuing face-off. James gets to the red line, rings it around the wall. And Delburne able to clear the zone. Ringdahl sends a pass over to Joey Hansen, and his shot goes off the shaft of Eisenman's stick and up and over the glass into the netting. Face off coming on Eisenman's right-hand side. Dicker picks it up along the half wall and feeds it over to Pfister, who gains the zone. Leaves it for Carson James. The puck bounces around, but James gets it back. Pfister fires a shot up high, but it's knocked down. He picks up the rebound. Now from the corner, James gets it to Dicker in front. His shot stopped, but the second opportunity he buries on the backhand. He makes no mistake, and his second of the night makes it 6-0 for the Rustlers. And Delburne wins the face-off and sends it down the ice, and that's going to be a quick icing call.
Very quick. Continental 312.
Just about 3 minutes to go here in this second period. Delburne with possession off the face-off. They chip it into the neutral zone, but don't get far. Mullet kicks it into the offensive zone, but Delburne gets it right back. Hamilton's pass is picked off. Delburne can't get it very deep, but the Rustlers are going to skate it in behind their own net anyway. Fletcher along the wall, chips it forward. Berg picks it up. He loses control. And Dahl sends it in. A battle down low. And the Rustlers are the ones to come away with it. Fletcher flips it forward for Mullet. Bounces over his stick. Now Ringdahl plays it forward. Can't connect in the pass, though, and now Fletcher picks it up, chips it forward. Puck bouncing around, but it ends up in the corner. Leggett has it behind the net, his centering pass a little off the mark. And now Ringdahl for the centering pass, but Horn stands his ground and breaks up that play, but a good chance there from the point from Johansson is scooped up by Eisman, and we'll get another face-off with 1:38 to go in this second period. Rustlers win the draw, and Tipler plays it around the wall. Handful of players from each team tied up along the boards, but Delburne comes away with it. They fire a shot that's kicked aside by Eisenman. And now another battle along the near wall, and the Rustlers come away with it this time. Flip it up in the air and down the ice. Not far enough for icing. And the Rustlers will get nearly a wholesale line change. Some fresh legs out there in the dying minutes of the second period. And now a chance for the Rustlers once again, and Creasy looking for his second of the night, puts it off the side of the net, and then the net gets knocked off its moorings, and we get a whistle. 58 seconds to go before the break. The Rustlers still leading 6-0 in this one. Rustlers win the draw. Miller from the right side fires a shot that's blocked, and now loose puck in the crease. And the Rustlers can't jam it home. The second chance as James fires it wide of the net. He picks up his own rebound off the glass. Now Comerford feeds it over to Miller, and his shot is kicked aside. And Delburne clears his own. James is there to pick it up at his own blue line. Nice little spin, and that spin draws a penalty as he gets upended. The Rustlers will go on the power play. And the whistle will blow. With 10 seconds to go in the second period, the Rustlers will begin their power play. It's a tripping call. And the Rustlers with lots of firepower out there with Pfister, Dicker, Carson James, Connor James, and Ty Miller out there for the power play unit. Pfister wins the draw. Connor James at the point. Feeds it to his brother Carson. His shot goes just wide of the net. Connor picks up the rebound, and that will do it for the middle frame. It's a 6-0 lead for the Rustlers. They'll start the third period with 1:50 of power play time. But they're going to head to the room, take a breather. We're going to do the same, and we'll be back with you in about 20 minutes for the start of the third period. Welcome back to the third period. The Rustlers with possession as the third period is underway, and they're on the power play for the next minute and 30 seconds. Pfister from the slot, the one-timer, couple whacks at it, can't bury it, and another chance at the side of the goal for Miller, and he can't bury it either. Rustlers leading 6-0 here early in the third period with the man advantage. And Pfister wins the faceoff. Puck makes its way to the point. Miller with it now, feeds it back to Connor James. He fires a wrist shot. Dicker trying for the redirect. But the save is made, and another whistle. Kelvin Hamilton in for the draw for the Rustlers, and he wins it back to Comerford, across the way to James. Back to Comerford. He plays it into the corner. Mullet's there, but can't pick it up cleanly. But Fletcher gets a hold of it. Now James to the high slot to Hamilton, and he got hit as he was pulling the trigger on a shot, and it goes wide. Now James finds Comerford, but a little wide for a one-timer. He winds and fires now, and he scores. And Comerford buries one. He makes it 7-0 for the Rustlers. Just over a minute into the third period. Rustlers win the following face-off, but they cough it up, and Delburne able to send the puck in on net. Heisman leaves it there for his teammate. And the Rustlers clear the zone. And now with speed, it's Leggett. Down the left wing, he goes with the backhander. And the save made just barely, squeezing the pads was Shalen. Yeah, and he keeps this a 7-0 hockey game. Berg chases down a loose puck at his own blue line. Feeds it to Creasy, who got just enough of it to negate any icing call. Comerford's shot goes wide. Now Woodward from the corner. Skates it behind the net. Woodward feeds it to the far corner.
$30. That's a blue ticket, 640 475 41.
And Delburne, as I'm checking my 50-50 tickets, which I didn't win, Delburne finally gets on the board, making it 7-1. With 17:50 left in the third period. It's Andrew Dahl burying that one. The Outlaws' first goal of the season.
A golden goal, 13. Dahl, 15 to 10 French, 4 4 1.
Now face off just outside the Rustlers' blue line as the puck had popped over the glass. And the Rustlers win the draw. Horn shovels it forward to Carson James down the right wing. Fires a hard shot. A good save made.
640, 475, 41. 640, 475, 41.
$830 for the 50-50 winner tonight. In all the years that I've been doing this, I think this is year 4 now. 4 or 5. Have yet to win a 50-50 while I'm calling the game, but it's going to come one day. It's going to come one day this season. Delburne picks off a pass, sends it down the ice. Tippler chases it down. There'll be no icing. The Outlaws with a good forecheck here. Tippler has to skate around to evade it. Finally, the Rustlers clear the zone. Hamilton battling for it along the wall. Mullet's there with him as well. But Delburne picks it up, and Higgins rings it around the boards and out of the zone. Now Fletcher crosses the blue line, drops it for James. James splits the defenders, but then circles back, trying to get it to the point, but it just comes outside the blue line. Hamilton is offside. He's going to have to check up. The Outlaws played down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. Rustlers win the face-off. It's Connor James at the point. Feeds it to Miller. Miller winds and fires from the face-off dot. And another good save made. Rustlers approaching 40 shots on the night. And we're not even close to halfway through the third period. And a quick shot on goal is held on for another face-off. The Outlaws win the face-off. But they lose the handle, and the Rustlers steal it away. Woodward with cross-ice pass goes off a stick, but Miller corrals it just inside the blue line, plays it in behind the net. James keeps it just barely inside the blue line by a hair. Nice pass over to Woodward. It gets knocked off his stick, but the Rustlers keep it in the zone. Woodward trying to go across the way to Creasy, but it gets knocked down, and James picks it up. He fires a shot that goes wide. Creasy took a whack at the bouncing puck, but it went over the net. Now Delburne able to clear the zone. Miller now from his own blue line. Over to James. Sends a hard pass to Pfister, and he just deflects it deep into the zone. And now a chance in tight for the Rustlers. And they do bury it. It's Derek Pfister, his first of the night. He makes it 8-1, 5 minutes into the third period.
Rustler goal, number 19, Pfister, Calvin.
Now Pfister tries to feed it across to James. Pass gets knocked away, and Delburne clears the zone. They get it across the blue line momentarily, but not for long, and the Rustlers steal it right back. And a stretch pass is off the mark, ends up right on goal, and now a chance in tight. Dicker picks up the pass from the goaltender, fired a shot, but the save was made, and now Carson James with an opportunity. His shot goes wide. Berg picks up the rebound, goes right back to James. Now Fletcher at the point. His shot is blocked. And Berg will just back up, play it safe. As Dahl, the Outlaws goal scorer on the night, fires a shot high and over the net. Fletcher from his own zone picks up plenty of speed, steps around a defender, cross ice pass, and Mullet taps it in on the back post and easily makes it 9-1 in this one with 13:50 to go in regulation. One thing I failed to mention this evening is the Rustlers. Every home game this year, the Rustlers have a special designation, a theme for the night. Tonight is Student and Teachers Night. So we have plenty of students and plenty of teachers in the building here as they were able to attend the game for free tonight, and is a fitting time to have student teachers night here in Alberta as the Rustlers extend their support for Alberta public school teachers during this difficult time. The Outlaws play the puck in behind the Rustler net. It bangs off the glass and ends up right next to Eisman. He jumps on that one and holds on for a draw. The Rustlers win the faceoff, but it gets stolen away just inside the blue line, and a hard shot is deflected wide of the net. Miller is able to pick off a pass, turn on the Jets, and head up ice. Plays it into the near corner here. Fletcher's pass is picked off. Johansson gets the puck knocked off his stick. And now Higgins dances around a couple of Rustlers, fires a shot wide of the net from the blue line. And the Rustlers struggling to move the puck down ice for a minute here. And they turn it over again. And they're going to go on the penalty kill here. It's going to be a tripping penalty. It's Zane Jaber heading to the penalty box. He's going to serve 2 for tripping. And Delburne trailing by 8. Have a chance here with the man advantage. They win the faceoff, working in behind the net. Chance out in front, but that shot went off a Rustler's stick. And Creasy clears it all the way down the ice. And he and Woodward will go for a quick change. Big physical play from Comerford. Another big hit from Comerford on the forecheck here in the penalty kill. Delburne able to corral the puck deep in their own territory, but can't escape. Now they do escape the zone. 40 seconds gone in the Jaber penalty. And a chance in tight. A bouncing puck ends up on the top of the net. Eisman scrambles back to the goal line and jumps on it and holds on for a faceoff as Delburne had a chance to get on the board once again, but didn't get the bounce, and the Rustlers keep this at 8-goal hockey game. Let's go somewhere here. I don't know if that's good. Outlaws win the faceoff once again, and a hard shot from the point. A loose puck in the crease. Eisman can't hold on to it, but the Rustler is able to clear the zone and pick up their goaltender. Now Delburne turns it over at center ice. Fletcher trying to get the puck in deep. Can't get much on it. That loose puck is just bouncing around in the neutral zone. Eventually, the Outlaws get a hold of it in their own territory. And now Poirier plays it in deep, and Eisman's going to get a hold of that one. 30 seconds remaining in the Jaber penalty. The officials giving Tommy Eisman a quick minute here to adjust some equipment. And he is ready to rock and roll. Miller clears it all the way down the ice. 15 seconds to go in the Rustler penalty kill. Now Poirier down the left wing, skates it around the back of the net, looking for the wraparound, couldn't get it. Delburne still working it around the zone, but now Jaber comes out of the box, and a loose puck, he picks it up at center ice. He's coming in on a breakaway, goes backhand, but is shut down. Great opportunity there for the youngster. Comerford with a good forecheck, breaking up the pass. Delburne able to clear the zone, though. And that puck's going to bounce down the ice. Far enough for icing, but they beat it out with a good forecheck and an incredible play at the goal line. Cody Woodward swatting that one away as the puck had squirted in behind Tommy Eisman and was sitting in the blue paint. But Woodward able to clear it. Now Berg from behind his own net, looking for an outlet. Avoiding the forecheck. Tried to find Comerford, but that pass is picked off. And now Delburne working through the neutral zone, trying to make something happen. But Berg stands his ground, strips the puck loose. Now Creasy crosses blue line, fires a shot, goes off the side of the goal. Rustlers get it back at center ice, but then they give it away. But thankfully, Tipler had enough gas in the tank to turn on the jets and find that loose puck. And now the Rustlers come the other way. They got numbers. It's Fletcher and Hamilton. He gets it to Hamilton, and he goes top shelf. What a goal from Kelvin Hamilton. That cross ice pass did not have much juice on it. Hamilton was able to get to it, slam on the brakes, go backhand, forehand, and back to the backhand, put it up top shelf, and cash in for the second time tonight to put the Rustlers into double digits. It's 10-1 with 8:27 to go. And now Hamilton's getting maybe a little talking to from the referee. We'll find out post game what that's about. But then he comes in and wins the faceoff, and then throws a huge hit right in front of the Delburne bench. Hamilton, what a shift. Now Tipler plays it off the wall to Fletcher. Horn to Mullet, but it goes off his stick and into the Delburne bench. And we'll get a face-off upcoming. Now behind the Rustler net, Miller plays it forward for Fletcher. He bangs it off the wall to Brett Leggett. Leggett with speed. He's got Jaber with him. Leggett fires the shot. Save is made. And Delburne picks up the rebound. They play it way up in the air. It lands just beyond center ice, but Miller chases it down. Now Connor James carries it across the blue line. Slams on the brakes. skates it towards the corner. His pass is picked off, but he gets it back. Gets it across to Berg. He rings it around the wall. Dicker in a battle in the corner. Kicks it up to his stick. Goes to the point to Pfister. Pfister fires a shot just wide of the net. James placed off the wall, trying to find Dicker, but it gets picked off. Delburne clears the zone. The Rustlers are there to turn it up ice quickly, though. Dicker off the wall. Pfister chasing it into the corner. Gets there first. But the Outlaws come away with the puck. And they get it out into the neutral zone. But they can't do much with it. The Rustlers stand their ground defensively once again. Six minutes to go here as Carson James picks off a pass, feeds it over to Pfister. Now to Fletcher. Fletcher fires a shot, but goes off a stick and dribbles wide of the net. Fletcher with good pressure steals the puck away and plays it into the corner. Hamilton in now on the forecheck. Delburne plays off the glass down to the Rustlers' blue line. Tipler off the wall to Mullet over to Hamilton, and we're going to get a whistle here for an offside. 5:37 left to go on this one. Rustlers leading 10-1. Hamilton keeps the puck in the zone, chases it down into the corner himself. Plays it in behind the net to Mullet. Mullet trying to jam it in the side door. But that opportunity is shut down. We get another face-off coming up. So barring an all-time miracle, the Rustlers will win this one and move to 1-1 on the season. Quite a turnaround from their 7-0 loss in Sedgwick last weekend against the defending champions. And then next weekend, they will travel to Forestburg on Saturday, November 1st to take on the Flyers. That'll be the only game of the weekend for the Rustlers next weekend. And then the following weekend, Saturday, November 8th, they will be right back here in Wainwright hosting the Oyen Eagles. And we'll be here on YouTube bringing you all the action here in Wainwright. Delburne, as I mentioned earlier, this is their opening game of the season. And they'll look to right the ship in what will be another very difficult matchup next week against the Provost Combines when they host Provost for their home opener in Delburne next Saturday, November 1st. And these two teams will meet once again in the new year on January 24th when Wainwright travels to Delburne for the second half of this season home and home. .325 left in this third period. The Rustlers still leading 10-1. 48 shots on the board for the Rustlers tonight in what has been a big offensive output for the Rustlers after getting shut out in their first game of the season. Well, that's senior hockey for you. And Delburne wins the draw and clears the puck down the ice. Eisman will play it and negate any icing. And offside called against the Rustlers with 3 minutes to go. Special shout out to the Rustlers forward Cody Jackson, who just very recently became a father. Congratulations, Cody. He and his partner and the new baby were here tonight, taking in the Rustlers experience in the home opener tonight. Nice drop pass at the blue line for Fletcher, and a chance there, batting it out of the air is Ty Mullet. Would have been a highlight reel play, but a good save made. Rustlers looking to add to their lead here, but Mullet got his pocket picked, and Delburne comes the other way. Good shot on goal, but Eisman with a good save. And the Outlaws played in behind the Rustler net. Horn is there. Beats it forward to Mullet. That gets knocked out of the air with a high stick. And we're not going to get a whistle here. The linesman lets it go, I suppose. Now Woodward from behind his net. And the Rustlers feed it forward. Can't connect on that pass. Minute and a half to go. The Outlaws move it up ice, ring it around the wall. The Rustlers are there to pick it up and clear the zone. And Delburne trying to find some offense here in the dying moments of this third period, but the Rustlers steal it away. And now Jaber down the right wing, crosses the blue line, feeds it to Carson James, and good glove save made there. We'll get a face off with 45 seconds left in this game. Outlaws win the face off, flip it into the neutral zone. Berg's there to chase down loose puck. Excuse me, loose puck. And chip it up the wall. Rustlers just trying to clear their zone and get out of this one unharmed. 20 seconds left to go. Outlaws from the point, fires shot that's blocked before it can make it to the net. Berg picks up the rebound, feeds it to Woodward. He crosses the blue line, slams in the brakes, breaks the ankles of the defender. Now Berg with a chance in tight, feeds it to Fletcher. That will do it. It's a 10-1 victory for the Rustlers in their home opener of the 2025-26 season. And they improved to 1-1 on the season. They'll head to Forestburg next weekend to take on the Flyers, and then we'll be back here on YouTube bringing you all the action on Saturday, November 8th at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time as they host the Oyen Eagles for the Rustlers' first responder night. We look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining us tonight. An exciting one for the Rustlers, getting back on track here early in the season. A 10-1 victory for Wainwright. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.